Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it's time for my client Lewis's vlog, and we started the week off with kind of a closed grip bench press for him. We're still cutting. Things have been going a little rough for him on that, in the sense that he's losing just a tiny little bit of strength. So we've talked about it. I had him adjust his calories a little because I felt like he was cutting too fast. Keep in mind, though, I am a strength coach, so I only give nutrition advice to a lot of these people. And so some of my clients, we don't ever discuss nutrition because it's not necessary. Obviously, in the case of someone like Lewis, who's been a hard gainer in the past, we have to discuss those things. And same thing with this cutting. I mean, I give people general advice, kind of give them an idea of what to do with their calories, but I do not prescribe meal plans and things like that. I'm not a registered dietitian. Obviously, I know a lot about nutrition and I can pass it on to clients. And it is necessary for some people for their strength goals. But largely, we worry about programming, fatigue management, those things, because again, this is what I do. I am a strength coach. So the cutting, though, has been he's settling into it, though. He's finally realized, yeah, he's got to cut fairly slow. He's a drug-free guy. He's had his own set of medical issues and stuff, so we can't just go overboard. He can't go overboard with the cutting, and I feel like he's cutting at a nice steady pace here. We still need to cut a bit longer. He wants to be at a body fat where he's happy, and then we will bulk him a little slower next time. We've got to just keep base building, though. We've got to keep base building. And again, he's a slightly taller lifter. And that's one of the things that we deal with a lot of clients. A lot of your people are not coming from always a good place. In his case, we've had some medical issues. He had an injury. And he doesn't mind me discussing some of that. I'm not going to go into the details of the medical issue, but he got quite sick. And it's something that he still will have to deal with indefinitely, and I can definitely relate to that. So we work around those things. He's had that broken wrist. He's got pins and stuff in his wrist now. But the beauty of stuff like that is that we can build around those things. If you've had someone who's had a major injury, they've got pins in a bone or whatever. Honestly, strength training is one of the best things you can do for that. Right, it's one of the best things we can do for that. And here he is, just coming along. He's in a better place than he thought he would be. When he first came to me, he's like, I can't gain muscle, I can't gain strength. Struggling to bulk, and when I bulk, I'm only gaining fat. And now we've got him to where things are flowing along smoothly, and he's putting in all the work. I think he pulled like 160 kilogram here on the sumo. He's not as good at sumo. He tends to be better at conventional, obviously, because we've pulled like 185 kg conventional. But that's how we do for his max effort day. I'm letting him continue to do arm work. And I do find with a lot of people with longer arms, they do have to do a little more arm work. I'm in that situation that, we don't ever need to worry that much about small movements on the torso that much, right? We can just build those with big exercises. But the arms, and that's both biceps and triceps, it can be a little hard to fill them out. And even from a strength perspective, right? Even from a strength perspective. All right, one of the things we're doing with him, because he can only handle so much of leg loading while in a calorie deficit right now, is that I've added a little extra rowing just to get some extra back and some arm work in on his lower body days. And I do that for a lot of my lifters. Not everyone has the back development that I have. It doesn't grow always as easy as I do. And so they sometimes need a little bit of extra care on the back. Right? They need a little bit of that. So in those cases, we do them on all 4 days. And right now, I feel like that works well for him. Right? It works well for Lewis, and it's not that fatiguing. Dumbbell rows are not a particularly difficult exercise to recover from, but at the same time, they're a phenomenal exercise. Again, one reason I really, really like to use them. I like to use them because of that. And he's got the basics in there. We've got the basics. I mean, he's got all his speed pulls most of the weeks. We've got barbell rows and we got dumbbell rows, right? That will cover back development. It will cover it very, very well. I mean, that's largely how I've built my own back. Then, of course, we do good mornings. We do single leg exercises. We do abs, right? All right, for dynamic effort, bench press day, we rotate grips. Right, we do 3 sets wide, 3 sets medium, 3 sets close. We rotate those grips around a little bit. And then we go straight into, back and arm work. So we do, of course, he does barbell rows. And I want him to get a little more aggressive on these, on both the speed work and a lot of these rows. I'd like to see him a little more aggressive, right? I want to see a little more bar speed, particularly the speed work. But, that's okay. And I really like the combination oftentimes of something like a pendlay row like this, or it's also just called a barbell row. And then the dumbbell, because we can take a little bit of a big power exercise and then we can have something just a little more finesse, gets a deeper stretch and everything. I think it's a good combination. I think it's a good combination for a back, for a lot of times for your lifters to do a barbell and a dumbbell movement both. I personally benefit a lot from it when I do that. But we could also, combine machine work in there, right? We can combine machine work in there. If someone needs the extra chest support and stuff, seal rows, whatever we need to do. Of course, I have him just do a normal barbell curl, and then we always keep the band press downs in. Again, a lot of your previous hard gainers, a lot of this little smaller band work and stuff helps with tendons and stuff. And I tend to like band press downs for a lot of my lifters. I would really like to see, most of my lifters have a very, very long phase of focusing on band press downs. And I'm not saying that we always have to continue to do that indefinitely. A lot of times the benefits of it, once it's there, those tendons are thicker and they'll just respond well to training past there. But especially in phases where we're not specializing on triceps, I also like to really work these in. For lifters who already have big, strong triceps that we don't need tricep work, I still like to throw the band work in for them. All right, dynamic effort lower. Obviously speed box squats, and I'm so happy he has this rack now. We can do so much stuff safely. It used to kind of worry me with him not having a safety rack. It's something we talked about a lot until I wanted him to get on it, and he got it. He had to do a lot of researching to find one that would fit. It was kind of a big deal. And then of course we do our good mornings and single leg work, abs, all of those things. But I just left this in enough to get us a good time on the blog. I didn't include the last couple of exercises. I included the good mornings here for you guys, and then the split squats with dumbbells. And I do like split squats with dumbbells as a hypertrophy exercise for a lot of my lifters. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.